Most of us have 9-to-5 jobs that require a dress code. We have to travel to an office and answer to at least one boss. That's part of the reason why cookbook writer Linda Zimmerman decided to work from home. Her kitchen is her office. She sets her own hours, and she can wear pajamas to work if she wants to.
It's nice. You know, there's nobody hanging over you, and you can be naked. You could be in junky clothes. Nobody's looking at you. You work at your own pace. I could work at 3 in the morning if I wanted. I could get up at 6 and work. I could take the whole day off and not do anything.
10 years ago, Linda walked away from the film industry to write cookbooks. She gave up the security of a weekly paycheck, became her own boss, and decided to work from home. As you can imagine, this took some careful planning.
I actually had a little bit of money in the bank, and you cut down. You don't go out to that many lunches, you know, you don't buy expensive clothes. You really have to budget yourself, but I really didn't suffer very much. You just learn what your priorities are.
Unfortunately, books don't pay the real money until they're finished. So Linda had to come up with ways to generate income while writing.
Hello? Stephen, it's Linda Zimmerman. Is Linda there?
She wrote magazine articles, tested recipes for other cookbook writers, and syndicated her recipes to newspapers across the country.
You can do the same. Use your expertise to write magazine articles, consult for others, and try sending your ideas to newspaper columns.
In addition, Linda had to buy the right equipment to make her office at home a productive working environment. That was a big investment.
You really have to sit down and look and see what it is that you need. So there's a fax and a printer and the computer and then the telephone lines and then my CD player that I need to have music and the tape deck and the radio just so I can keep myself alive sometimes. And then I have a lot of kitchen equipment and that's vital. So downstairs there's the KitchenAid mixer, there's the Cuisinart, there's a juicer, there's a blender, there's a coffee maker, there's espresso maker, there's a coffee grinder, there's a spice grinder, and then there's all the pots and pans that are underneath and all the dishes and the baking dishes and the measuring cups and the measuring spoons.
And that's not all. Linda also has a desk in her kitchen. Here is her most valuable asset.
I have a laptop in the kitchen, so I do my notes on the little desk in the kitchen, and then I just flip the disc out and I come up here, and that's where I do the real writing because that's where the printer is.
Today, Linda is the accomplished author of several cookbooks, beautifully illustrated and chock full of great recipes from chicken soup to peach cobbler.
It's obvious. Linda loves cookbooks, hers and many others. In fact, her research library is a crucial part of her home office.
It's important to know your subject. Books can be a valuable tool when working from home.
The library started out not as big, and as each subject happened, I wound up buying books on each subject I was researching. Cookbook writers can't live without cookbooks. I have a boyfriend that walks in, he goes, "Oh, these books." So it just sort of accumulates and it becomes an obsession and a habit and an addiction.
And last but not least, Linda's home office would be incomplete without her extensive filing system.
They're cataloged. They're in the computer under a library catalog system, and then they're all alphabetized according to subject. So they're very organized. I mean, I just can't throw a bunch of books together and then find it.
When you love what you do, it's hard not to take your work home with you, especially if your office is in your house. Where does Linda draw the line?
I break when I get tired. That's the problem with working at home. You know, your office doesn't shut down, and you never leave it. You just learn to pace yourself, and you stop when you're tired, or when you're bored. You know, sometimes nothing happens up here. You're brain dead, and you know you have to take a mental vacation.
So is there any chance Linda would return to a 9-to-5 job with a boss in a corporate office? Not likely.
As a food writer, there's really not that many places you can go unless you want on staff at a magazine or on a newspaper. And then you have to be there. And I would not like it because there's somebody, you know, there.
Besides, She'd have a hard time trading in her kitchen for a corner office.
The kitchen's important, real important. And then, of course, you can go down and cook something for yourself. You know, and then you get to eat what you cook if it's good, and then you get to feed all your neighbors.
Working from home can take a lot of planning. Linda did her homework and offered this advice.
First, make sure you have money saved up so the financial worries don't get in the way of your creativity.
Secondly, take a class on running a home business, as well as other courses that will help you develop your business skills.
And finally, talk to people who do what you want to do. You'll be surprised at how happy they'll be to share with you the mistakes they had to overcome.
Later in the show, do you know what your business logo says about you?